It's interesting to note the false conflict between Scientology and psychiatry. Indeed, Scientology and psychiatry are actually unified. There is no conflict between Scientology and psychiatry. As I stated, it is a false conflict. Indeed, Scientology was part of a British intelligence program via British Freemasonry to attempt to basically create the foundations for the reintroduction of the Babylonian mystery schools as a state religion in the West. So it's all very interesting to consider the fact that Scientology was basically building a religion based on human sacrifice that would be implemented in the United Kingdom and the United States in the future. So we'll see what happens. Indeed, the Scientologists are effectively Druids. So it's all interesting to consider the fact that the Druids were part of the ancient mystery schools and practiced a religion of human sacrifice. Indeed, the Templar orders of the Middle Ages came out of Druidic continuums. So it's interesting to note the overarching Anglo-German cryptocracy of the modern world is based on Druidic orders, themselves rooted in the concepts of the ancient Babylonian mystery schools. So it's all very interesting to consider, especially when considering certain activities that are in accordance with the British intelligence agenda for the modern United Kingdom. Indeed, the British intelligence services are coordinated by networks of Druids belonging to networks that engage in pagan ritual sacrifices, which are directly interconnected with the ancient Babylonian mystery schools. So it's all very interesting to consider. Indeed, H.G. Wells's visions of a world state may come to pass, with said world state being headed by British intelligence services. Indeed, H.G. Wells, the British intelligence operative and Fabian socialist eugenicist, basically stated that the world would be run by the, as he termed them, the scientists of the future, that he also termed the technocracy. Indeed, the powers that be have changed their course of action over the years, and instead of implementing mystery religions based on sun worship, as they have traditionally done, in the future, the ancient Babylonian mystery school ideals will be revealed to the public as science, which is interesting indeed. Abrahamic monotheisms will no longer be used by the Illuminati networks. Instead, science will be portrayed as the savior, basically, and technocrats will rule the political system, coordinated by networks of psychocrats, of Rician ideals, and these will be beholden to networks of Freemasons, who are themselves embodiments of the ancient Babylonian mystery schools. So it's interesting to see what the British intelligence agenda is. Indeed, regarding British intelligence, it is an interesting interlinking cryptocracy. Indeed, the core is the Crown, the 372 Templars who coordinate world events from the City of London and the Crown Temple. Indeed, these 372 Templars are of British, German, Arabic, and Sabbatean heritage. So it's interesting to consider who are these networks and how do they operate? That's the thing. I've still got a lot of studying to do to figure out identities and the exact nature of the 372 Templar elders who coordinate world events. Indeed, it's interesting to note that there are most probably 372 degrees of Freemasonry also. So there are 372 elders who are 372nd degree Freemasons, which is interesting. There are 372 of them who have attained the 372nd degree of Freemasonry via networks of the United Grand Lodge of England's hidden orders that basically consist of the Crown. Indeed, the Crown itself consists of 4,884 initiates, of which these 372 Templar elders represent an inner core. And indeed, they are divided into subdivisions. There are 300 within the outer circle, 60 within an inner circle, and 12 men really at the top. So the world is basically run by 12 men. So it's all very interesting to consider the fact that the world is run by 12 men. And this basically tallies with Rathenau's 60 and 12 who rule the world. And it's all very interesting to consider the fact that Rathenau may have been one of the 300 outer circle of the Crown Templar initiates. So it's all very interesting to consider these possibilities. Indeed, British Empire is built on child slavery and continues to function. Indeed, the British Empire never ended and is coordinated from the City of London and is basically a global power monolith and organizes the majority of smuggling rings of various mafia syndicates all across the globe, in keeping with the City of London's economic domination over global affairs. So it's all very interesting to consider. Indeed, the technocracy posited by H.G. Wells is furthered by the blueprints created by Aldous Huxley. Indeed, Aldous Huxley was tutored by H.G. Wells. Indeed, Aldous Huxley was a high-ranking Freemason, 371st degree, and was a key operative of British intelligence, coordinating much of the psychedelic movement. Indeed, much of the counterculture was an alternative culture created by British intelligence to maintain domination over certain elements of the population that could have proved troublesome for the British intelligence services. So it's interesting to note that the counterculture was basically created by the British intelligence services, and in the United States that was through the British intelligence conduits, i.e. the CIA and various other associated networks. Indeed, the formation of the counterculture was purely to basically create a mystic peasantry that would be happy with their own servitude. And therefore, Aldous Huxley's agenda was to promote the counterculture ideals as a British intelligence operative and basically streamline large percentages of the population into this vision of ecstatic peasantry that could be controlled and coordinated by British intelligence if needs be. So it's all very interesting to consider this. Indeed, the Manson family were not what you expect. Although many of the Manson girls had intelligence connections, the Manson family was a genuine network that were attempting to break out of the British intelligence matrix. Indeed, Charles Manson was not a die-hard Nazi. Indeed, the swastika was carved into his head by the Aryan Brotherhood, who are themselves operatives of the British Crown. So it's all very interesting to note that the Manson family were trying to expose a lot of disturbing British intelligence activity. Indeed, Charles Manson himself was manipulated by Scientologists and the Process Church of the Final Judgment. Indeed, Scientology and the Process Church of the Final Judgment are both British intelligence fronts. So it's all very interesting to consider. Indeed, the British intelligence services were scared of Charles Manson and basically cast him in a certain light. He'd been through various behavior modification experiments that were connected to the MK Offen program. It's all very interesting to consider what exactly went on with the Manson family. Indeed, the theories that the Manson family was programmed to destroy the counterculture isn't true. Indeed, it just kind of happened that way. Indeed, the counterculture had become uncontrollable for the British intelligence services. So they utilized the Charles Manson saga to effectively shut down the counterculture that they'd created anyway. So it's all very interesting to note the general activities of the British intelligence services and how all of these British intelligence services activities interconnect with one another, and various cults and various networks, various neo-Nazi satanic covens, how all of these interlink. Indeed, as I stated before, the majority of serial killers were actually innocent of even killing anyone. Most of these serial killers were actually schizophrenic victims of mind control experimentation by behavioral scientists and psychiatric programmers. And the killings that are attributed to them were actually carried out by Masonic networks attempting to silence witnesses and commit ritual murders. So it's all very interesting to consider the fact that the serial killer phenomenon suddenly appeared from nowhere in the 60s and 70s. And all of the serial killers had spent time in mental institutions. Indeed, this programming of mental patients is continuing today. Indeed, I have underwent several behavior modification programming experiences, really, over the years. Indeed, I have been programmed several times by British intelligence. Indeed, at one point, I was being programmed by my networks connected to the Church of Scientology. And these networks of the Church of Scientology that were programming me kind of directed me towards the National Anarchist movement, which is itself a branch of the continuing networks of the Process Church of the Final Judgment. Indeed, Troy Southgate of the National Anarchist movement is a toddler rapist, Freemason, and British intelligence operative. He's MI5, so it's all very interesting to consider that the networks of the Church of Scientology that were programming me for British intelligence directed me towards the National Anarchist movement, who are really quite horrendous people, and they see themselves as the true Illuminati, which is interesting considering their actual network does have a connection to the Bavarian Luminist networks of the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst that then reconnect with British intelligence. Indeed, the national anarchist movement and such figures as Troy Southgate and Adam Orms are involved in the creation of a human sacrifice religion. Therefore, their activities tally up with the Church of Scientology, so it makes sense that the Church of Scientology mind control programmers who were programming me at the time, indeed, one Leonard Johnson was heavily involved in my programming at the time. He was my main mind control programmer in 2018. It's interesting that they directed me towards the national anarchist movement, and I was basically integrated in a sense with the national anarchist movement for a bit, but I was never truly on board with their agenda at all. Indeed, they really did disgust me, but it's interesting to note that the national anarchist movement is basically a branch of the Church of Scientology, and they are attempting to create a religion based on human sacrifice as part of the overarching agenda of British intelligence to reintroduce the Babylonian mystery school traditions and rites and rituals disguised as scientific technocracy. Indeed, to disguise the ancient Babylonian mystery schools as science is very interesting. Indeed, so even though the British intelligence overarching government will consist of technocrats, i.e. H.G. Wells' scientists of the future, these technocratic scientists will actually be Babylonian pagan mystics. So it's very strange, the concepts that are being created by the British intelligence services and how exactly all of this is going to come about. Indeed, I have theorized that the UK will soon enter a state of civil war with right and left factions and various other factions all basically having a hybrid war with some street violence. Meanwhile, the British Army will be deployed to Ukraine. So it's all very interesting, considering the fact that the British intelligence services, via networks, interestingly, of the Church of Scientology, have been mind control programming me by putting supposed GRU agents into my head. They're actually British intelligence operatives and Church of Scientology programmers. Indeed, there are many remote viewers connected to the Church of Scientology operating inside my head also, which is rather disconcerting. Indeed, there are a lot of people attempting to hack my brain and look into my brain. This is part of the overarching British intelligence agenda. It's interesting to consider that the British intelligence are putting these GRU operatives into my brain and attempting to manipulate my thought processes so that I turn into a Russian military intelligence psycho, as has happened on the streets and on the internet many times. But this is part of the ongoing mind war that is going on. Indeed, the Wellesians of British intelligence really don't like me because they know they can never fit me into the hive mind that the British intelligence programmers are attempting to create within their scientific vision, which itself, as I stated, is a cover for the reintroduction of open ancient Babylonian mystery school faiths, basically. Indeed, this is Druidry. The overarching networks of the British Freemasonry connected British intelligence services are Druids, and they wish to reintroduce pagan rites such as human sacrifice and the reading of entrails, which is all very scary for a person like me. Indeed, the whole saga that is playing out in the United Kingdom is causing me severe distress. Indeed, I'm going to leave it there now.